Harper Influence and HarperAudio present Uptown Girl, a memoir by Christie Brinkley. This is the author. A note before we begin. Don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider. It contains photos and drawings. Dedication. They loved each other with all their might. Then they loved everyone else in their sight. So I dedicate this book with gratitude to my parents for their amorous attitude. Donald Allen and Marjorie Marie, thank you for literally setting me free to try to be all that I hope to be, to not fear mistakes, and I made quite a few, and teaching me that's where the light gets through. So to my dad, the writer, and to my mom, the homemaker, from your daughter, your baby, and sometime risk-taker, here is the story of a few of my days that contributed to your hair turning gray, with love forevermore. Prologue. The blades circled slowly at first, then began to turn faster and faster as the helicopter lifted up into the sky, so big and blue and open, the kind of sky that defines the American West. From where I sat inside the helicopter, I could see the San Juans jutting up from under heavy snow and thick carpets of frozen pine. And after we cleared the groomed slopes of the ski area, there was nothing to see other than unbroken wilderness. So this is heli-skiing, I thought, as excitement began to overtake the nerves I'd felt all morning, my stomach churning nearly as much as the deafening blades overhead. Steadying myself, I aimed my video camera lower, directly down and out the glass floor of the cockpit, peering at the outside world through my viewfinder. I could feel it, too, a familiar kind of vertigo as we sped higher and higher up alongside the mountains, into the rarefied air. The trip, the air, my mind, my life in that moment, it all felt as dizzying as the view. For a moment, I thought about my husband, Billy, whom I'd split with again, and hoping this trip to Telluride would wake him up to the reality that he might actually lose me. I had agreed in a moment of daring do to go heli-skiing, leaping onto a craggy peak to ski untouched powder with a group of friends that included a ruggedly handsome man who may or may not have been in love with me, and who eventually would impact my life in unimaginable ways. The date, I'll never forget, was April 1st, 1994, April Fool's Day. And after finishing a required course on the dangers of heli-skiing and then strapping a transponder to my chest in case of an avalanche, I had begun to wonder if I was the one being foolish. The weather report had called for snow that afternoon, and when I asked my friends if we should still go into the backcountry, they promised me it was worth it, that I just had to see the landscape and experience what it was like to make first tracks, and that we'd be back before the storm. They were right about the first promise. The landscape was incredible, and the ride was thrilling. And when we were finally over the spot where we wanted to land, on a small and narrow saddle between two peaks, the pilot...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?